In this video, we're brewing a double IPA, and it's gonna be a long one, so buckle up. Yeah.
Mini rock and roll.
So we did another complete video on adding a bunch of grain to your kettle. It involves taking some water out. We're not gonna re-explain that in this video. We'll link the other video though.
Should we do a double crush, Kyle? It's a huge grain bill, so
Crush.
I always recommend a double crush, so I feel like I should practice what I preach. 240 real quick.
Oh yeah, that's smart. Get yourself a mirror and a razor blade. Have a good time with this. Trust me. We're gonna do an overnight mash, so it's gonna be an overnight smash.
What is this?
It's an overnight smash, double IPA. It's single malt and single hop.
Kyle said you use only one type of hops.
No, we use several different varieties.
So this isn't a smash?
No.
Emmett said this isn't a smash.
Yeah, I knew that.
Then why'd you say it was a smash?
I just wanted to say overnight smash.
It's morning.
It's morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so I came in, turned the lights on, bumped it up to mash out temperature, 170 degrees, I'm sorry. Yeah, 170 degrees Fahrenheit. My brain turned off there for a second. And then opened the lid and found this.
A little pellicle action.
If you don't know what you're looking at, here, there's like a slight little film on top.
And you see the little
It's
lines.
kind of gooey.
Yeah.
A little bubble right here.
Another one here. There's a nice bubble right there.
Yeah. Oh, and it's like really slimy.
Oh, yeah.
It's like super slimy. Oh, wow, that's weird. That's so slippery. So that's pellicle. That's like lactobacillus.
Most likely,
Or
yeah.
something, Pediococcus britannomyces.
That's the first I've ever seen that on the overnight mash, but we held it at mash temp for a little over an hour maybe, and then when we left, we just turned the heat off.
Yeah.
Put the lid on.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of overnight mashes. And
Yeah, I've never had it happen. So I don't know. Who knows? This beer
It'll be
is gonna
fine.
be a little.
It'll be fine.
It'll be different. It won't necessarily be bad. I'm not worried. I'm not dumping it out
Oh,
at this
no.
point.
Yeah, because
But-
we're going to boil everything anyway.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, I want to pull the grain basket out. Should we use our pulley?
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of grain.
That is a lot of grain. Let me grab the.
right.
Do we have hooks? Let me grab the hooks.
Yeah. All right.
Very cool. I wanted to feel like I was helping.
All right.
I feel like the surface tension is broken now. Yeah.
All right. So we do need to do our little mini sparge.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So.
And our water is going to be probably pretty cold, but it doesn't matter. Because typically, if you're not doing an overnight mash, your water will still be somewhat warm.
Oh yeah, you're gonna put the hooks under there.
Does it matter? I mean, we have the.
Well, I can just thinking we might press it as well.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
So I might want the hooks
support
for that.
it. Yeah. Highly recommend the pulley,
Yeah.
especially when brewing by yourself. You're gonna have to give this basket an extra washing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. That's gross. It's all around the lip
It is
there.
kind of gross. I'm hoping it doesn't. I don't know. I guess I've never really noticed what lacto film feels like. Hopefully it doesn't make our beer like slimy or something.
Either way.
Opinion's not changed.
We're finishing the beer.
We're finishing this beer. This is the move.
I just made it up.
Okay.
Feel pretty good about it.
Just so it doesn't like tunnel straight down.
Yeah. You know, throwing some decent old school brewing technique at it.
So.
Oh, get in there.
Yeah, dude. Let's just.
And this step's not 100% necessary. Or you could do this on every beer if you want. You're just going to get a little more sweet wort.
You should either not do this or you should do it for everyone. That's what you're saying.
I'm just saying. I mean.
This is what you call squeezing the juice, buddy.
Squeezing the juice, buddy.
Squeezing the juice, buddy. You remember Polly George?
With a little juice. No, we sing the juice.
Basically squeezing the sweet wort out of the grains. And we don't always do this, but on bigger grain bills, I like to do it just because there's a lot of grain that's absorbing a lot of liquid. So it's kind of nice to just give it a little, how do you do?
Yeah.
Especially when I don't have to physically do it. It's great.
Yeah. All right.
So we're looking for 6.3 gallons.
This next part you will want a bucket for, or you'll want a mop and a marriage counselor for if you're married. because you will drip some wort on the floor potentially. You could put it in a bucket. I just don't want to scratch your brand new bucket. For this part, we run to the grain pile as fast as possible. That was for Ross. How to piss your neighbors off, 101.
Somebody just made a mess.
Grain basket will fit in most sinks. Try to rinse it off as quickly as possible. Otherwise, like the grain kind of tends to get sticky and it's difficult to remove. So
we're gonna bring the kettle up to a boil at this time. So we're just gonna change it to manual mode. I'm gonna crank it up to 100% of power. And what that'll do is just 100% of power to the element and bring it up to a boil quicker. And then once we're up to a boil, since we're using the 240 volt controller, we'll drop the element power down to like 60, 65%. Now it's just a waiting game.
the garbage disposal like kind of stopped spinning the other day. I don't know why. It's just like jammed. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the massive amount of grain that we put down the... I need to find some Allen wrenches. Pro tip, if your garbage disposal stops spinning, you can stick your hand in there and try to move it. It's not gonna, you know, cut your hand off unless you turn the power on while you're doing that. And it still wouldn't cut your hand off. But anyway, you can use like an Allen wrench to move the thing on the bottom.
A lot of them will have an Allen wrench like little sleeve on the actual disposal. Mine has like a little packet that's like taped to the side.
Oh no, this one doesn't have it. Jam, baby.
Well, let me get down there.
Dude, look at this.
Dude, top drawer.
It did come in our junk drawer. Here's how this works. You take your, oh, that's not how you do it. All right. I think we're gonna have to take some of this stuff out. Should be it right there, baby. Oh yeah.
Look at me holding a light.
Next time you your garbage disposal stops working, don't call a plumber.
Call Kyle, he'll come over. He'll personally come unclog your disposal. What do you think about grabbing the yeast out of the fridge? 2 Hansons?
2 Hansons.
Cool.
Shit, should we go 3? Is that too much?
That's too much.
Okay, fine.
We need the bittering hops, which is the Zythos.
All right, how much?
For now, we just need 2 ounces. Look how foamy this is.
Yeah, interesting. A lot of proteins.
Yeah.
A lot of cream on the top of this one.
Yeah, it looks like a latte.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop this down to, let's say like 65% to start. Yeah, it'll probably keep foaming up too. The hot break, they call this. The proteins. This might be the foamiest beer I've brewed in a long time. What do you think, 50%, Kyle? That's 65, that's pretty vigorous.
Oh yeah, less than 50 even. I want to say 45.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
Crisis averted. Cool, so
what kind of liquid level were we looking for?
it was perfect. Still good. The squeeze helped us out because I'm sure too, sitting all night, those grains were just absorbing everything.
Perfect.
Yeah,
As
we were
we normally do.
Somehow. So we got a 30-minute boil.
I really want to like get a little liquid sample and see if it's going to be slippery and weird feeling.
Yeah, we could
like
take
the top of it was.
Yeah, we could do a
I'll
sample.
maybe dip something in there.
I'm gonna throw some hops in.
All right, I'm gonna do a little sample. It's pretty hot, so maybe I'll just leave it chill for a second.
Pretty hot, aka boiling.
Yeah. Dude,
so we got 2 ounces of Zythos, and this is gonna be our 30-minute edition. We're only doing a 30-minute boil, so this will be our first bittering edition. It smells more of like something you would throw in a still versus something like a beer at this point. The hops will change that.
Yeah. Doesn't smell bad, but it's just kind of like grain without the sweetness.
There we go. Now we got some nice aroma.
Oh yeah, I think I can handle it.
You're gonna do it straight up like that?
No, it's fine. Doesn't feel weird. I'll drink it. Try it out.
Fine.
Yeah.
Tastes like sweet wort.
Yeah.
Shocking. Not slimy.
No.
Okay.
Not slimy, not sour, clean grain, grassy. It kind of tastes a little grassy to me.
Oh, okay.
Which is what it says on the malt bag.
It's very light.
Yeah. Riverbend. We've done a video tour of Riverbend's facilities. It's pretty sweet place, and it was a pretty cool video, so check it out. We'll link it in this video.
Yeah, it is a really, they make really good grains too. We're gonna use our counterflow chiller today. We like to use this when we whirlpool. We're gonna do a pretty large whirlpool edition. So I'm just redoing what I just did.
Okay.
I used the wrong hose, not coming off.
Let's see your technique.
If I get it off,
Yeah.
am I cockeyed?
I'm gonna leave you with this puzzle.
What happened?
So I can see it. I've solved the riddle in my mind already. If I just, you know, do it for you, Emmett.
I'm not your son. I could break everything and ruin our day.
All right, fine.
What happened?
This screws into that.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. You gotta tighten to loosen, my man.
Tighty loosen.
Yeah.
God damn, it's early.
And
Super early.
There's no gasket in there either.
But shouldn't
Might want
switch.
to put a gasket in there as well.
Do we have a gasket?
Junk drawer number 2. This is actually an unintentional junk drawer. It's just a regular drawer that's just horribly unorganized. Here we go. Yeah, that's it right there.
Hex to the Yaz.
I like your technique.
Yeah, we got a non-spin
Okay.
non-spin hose connection. All right, water in.
We've discussed gaskets before, so
Kyle likes a good gasket.
you gotta use the gaskets, guys and girls. Libby, gasket. Always use a gasket. I'll get back to my the thing I was personally working on before I did all your work for you.
Hey, man.
I'm gonna weigh out the water in the keg for 5 gallons.
Oh, that's smart.
So visually, I know where it is. Because we don't have gallon markers on this keg.
2 ounces Zythos with 15 minutes left. Gonna add that, and it's gonna smell real good. And we're also gonna throw our Warflock tablet in.
All right.
Oh. Another 2 ounces, so that's 4 ounces total in there so far. And then we will have a Whirlpool edition and around 170. So we got 15 minutes left in the boil, and we'll go from there. Water shots for days.
Are you ready for water math?
No.
So water weighs about 8.3 pounds per gallon, and 5 gallons is gonna weigh 41.7 pounds. So once we get to 41.7, we'll know we've got exactly 5 gallons in here. Keg does not have volume markers, but it shouldn't be too hard to remember about what 5 gallons looks like. So I might even put a little mark on it. You know what? I think I may have already put a mark on it.
Oh, funny.
For 5 gallons. So
Because typically you're not just, like if you have over 5 gallons of beer, you're not gonna stop transferring it, right? You're gonna
no.
fill it.
Just the only the thing is, I like to get my sanitizer to water ratio dialed. I don't want to be low. I don't want to be high. I like to be. That's the only thing I pay.
That's the only thing you do. The thing is, no one else does that. You know what they do? They go, and they go, good enough. I love it. That's so funny.
I know. It's like hilarious because
'Cause
we already
everything-
walked into like a infected, contaminated.
There's infection. I'm trying to like get it off the lid because it's like all up in here. I'm gonna goose it a little bit to 55 because once it hits the chiller, it's gonna drop a little bit. We got water in. We got water in. How's this work? Water in.
Emma, what are you doing?
My brain, dude, it's seriously not working. So I want the wort going opposite of water in. So hot water, cold water, right? Hot wort, cold water. Enter the same side. Water,
Cold
hot
water,
hot wort.
hot wort. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just making sure. You always like to put it in a special way, right?
I mean, I like to use the clip so it's actually angled
Yeah,
right up against the kettle.
I like to put on the outside of the kettle. I do like to put.
Are you serious right now?
I slept like 3 hours last night.
Do you want to talk about your
My sleep apnea.
the sleep apnea?
So I do like to put it like this behind the handle, and then you can put an extra clip.
God.
Hey man, not all of us are as good as Kyle. We'll put it like this.
You don't want to angle towards the center of the kettle. You want to angle right here. right along the edge of the kettle.
And then you get a nice rotation. That'll do it, right?
Totally. This clip actually comes with the brew system, by the way. It's useful for numerous different applications.
Yeah, if you're using the hose, just putting the hose back in, clip it in just so it doesn't pop out when you're recirculating without the Whirlpool arm. Whirlpool arm does not come with the system, but you can always add it on. All right, so we got wort coming out of the kettle into the pump, out of the pump into our counterflow chiller, and then out of the counterflow chiller into the Whirlpool arm. And then the cold water is coming in opposite the hot wort, and then the wastewater is going down our drain because it's cold out. Yeah, so I'm gonna open up the ball valve, recirculate the wort. Now I'll just goose the pump button a couple times.
What, pump?
Just the pump,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now we're getting nice Whirlpool action.
Cool. Okay. This is the most precise starsan batch I've ever made. Excited for this. Exactly 41.7-ish pounds. We want 1 full ounce of starsan. So that's a half. Squeezer again. Get another half. As I mentioned in the last video we did, you want to add the starsan after you add the water. So you sanitize the keg and not the floor.
Bubbling over.
You don't get the foam volcano
No.
if you do it this way.
It's not as fun.
If all your sanitizer doesn't end up on the floor and it actually stays in your keg, I wonder if it actually will do a better job of sanitizing the keg.
Well, not when you add like 3 times as much like I do. When you add half a jug, it's fine. All right, we got 2.5 minutes left on the boil. Short brew day when all you're doing is boiling, literally.
I know. I'm a big fan of
Breaking it
overnight
up.
mash. Just you break it up and it's just like makes it feel like no work at all.
Right. Boil's done. It's gonna kill the heat. Boop. This brew day does call for a Whirlpool, Kyle.
All right.
3 ounces of, I'm not sure how to pronounce that.
Racal?
Racal, is that what it is? And then we're gonna chill it down to like, I don't know, what do you want to do, 170 Whirlpool?
Do that.
So I'm just gonna turn the cooling water on until we drop down to around 180, and then it'll free fall down to 170.
And now the hose is leaking.
Dude, I did not do great on hoses today.
No.
Grab a towel from the towel room.
All right, we're really doing it.
Use your finest linen.
You want to make sure you use a white towel for this.
Yep. Turn the water off, so it's gonna it'll keep free falling, probably down to 170. Decent Whirlpool action. Is that decent Whirlpool action? It doesn't look like decent Whirlpool action to me. Just a pump clogged. I mean, it's moving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, we're at 172. Do you want to add the Whirlpool hops in there?
Yeah, what do you want?
The 3 ounces of the cacao.
All right.
And then those are just sitting there getting old, so
We're just going to dump them in as well?
may as well.
Okay. I thought I was going to be strong enough to rip this up with my hands. It's going to be real dramatic. But
Ted seals them real nice.
yeah, he does. He's got a top-end vacuum sealer, you can tell, because usually something like this would be no match for my brute strength. Maximize the splashing if you pour from this height. So that was Racal. We're doing Citra now?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Those have been in the freezer for a while, so I
Yeah.
think there's time to be used.
Sometimes you just need to add a little bit of stale hop character to your beer. Give it that extra little...
You could save them
Zing.
for your sour beer if you really wanted, but
Yeah, I don't think they're that old. And
No.
then this is Mosaic?
yeah.
What is this? So Citra, Mosaic, Racal, and...
Zythos for the bitter.
Zythos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of hops.
Yeah, so we did 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 ounces. I figured it'd be a good test for the Whirlpool arm,
Yeah.
the counterflow chiller, and then just, you know,
Life.
life. Yeah, good test for life. So what are you thinking? 10-minute Whirlpool? 15?
Honestly, let's be real here. The counterflow chiller, although it has its advantages.
One of which is
you can chill super crazy hoppy beers without worry of clogging it, and without using a hop basket or a hop spider. Disadvantage is that is not going to work as fast as a plate chiller.
They are not as efficient.
So that we might as well just start chilling it down, because it's not gonna.
Yeah, it's gonna take a hot minute.
So we'll go ahead and do this number.
And then we'll just let it do its thing for 20 minutes. The water's pretty cold this time of year. We do have that advantage.
So we've got the heat off, right?
Heat off.
Yeah, heat off. So it's 10:34 right now. 10:34. We'll see how long this takes.
I'm gonna set my alarm for 20 minutes, maybe 15. I'll set it for 15 minutes because it's already set for 15 minutes, and that's just easier. So 15 minutes, and we're down to 75.6. Not bad. Probably another 5 minutes, we'll be down to pitching temp. Another 2 minutes, so 17 minutes total. We're down to 71 degrees, and I'm gonna let it chill like another degree or so, and then turn off the water, and we'll transfer the wort into the keg. And we're gonna use a spunning valve, but we're not gonna have it under any pressure. And then we're gonna goose it with some oxygen. Kyle's running to the oxygen store to fill our tank. I'm just gonna turn the cooling water off. It'll continue to chill a little bit, even with the water off. I'm gonna go ahead and just dump the starsan out of the keg. And with our new kegs that'll be releasing soon, they're for pre-sale now. This is the safety mechanism that we implemented. So you have to remove the safety mechanism, and basically it's attached to your PRV, so you have to fully remove that before you can remove the lid. And that's just so you don't open it under pressure. And it has this really nice tool to undo the tri-clamps. Makes it super easy to undo, and the tri-clamp nuts. So once you have it loose, you can just undo it with your finger. And then we also put these little L's on the tri-clamp, and that's just to prevent the nut from popping over, just a little extra safety. Easy peasy. So here's our tri-clamp, and we're gonna remove our lid, and you can see here we have a long dip tube, and that's so you can put a temperature probe in there and put your temperature sensor for your kegerator or whatever inside the thermal well, so you're actually getting an accurate reading of the temperature of the beer. PRV, and then you can put a gas post there, a liquid post. I feel like we might put a floating dip tube on there, just so we can serve from the keg. I haven't talked to Kyle about that, and he left, so I'm gonna put one on there if I could find one. And you can see our custom tri-clamp and custom tooling. So here's a clean and sanitized keg. And here's my starsan. And that'll just be for making sure my yeast is sanitized, since this is gonna be in the liquid. I'll just give this, since I took it out. Get in there. It's the fastest way to fill it up, I'm sure. Tri-clamp and gasket in there. So I got the keg lid. I went ahead and put on a floating dip tube. We like to use these because we'll just serve right out of the keg we ferment in. And this floats on the top of the beer, so allows you to pull beer without pulling the yeast. So this works really well, especially with like IPAs, stuff like that, stuff you're gonna drink quickly. If you're gonna dry hop in the keg, you probably don't wanna do that. You'll probably wanna transfer it to another keg, but for what we're doing today, it'll be perfect. It took about 18 minutes to chill down, and then I've been kind of cleaning the keg and stuff, but that's after 20 minutes or so. It's going pretty well. Yeah, what we'll do is I'm gonna turn the pump off right now. We're just gonna kind of let that spin around and collect for a minute or so, and then we'll, while we're kind of getting everything set up, we'll let that kind of settle a little bit. And then what we'll do is we got our keg that's clean and sanitized, and I'm just gonna take my hose off the Whirlpool port. I'm gonna close my ball valve because I'm not completely crazy. And then I'm gonna go ahead, tip that into the keg, open my ball valve, use my scissors to reach my pump button. And we're transferring beer. Or wort, it's not beer yet. Will soon be beer. Steal a little sample here so we can take a hydrometer reading. Use my scissors again to turn my pump on. But yeah, it should be in the range of a double IPA. Definitely going to be hoppy. We had that weird thing with pellicle on the grains after the overnight mash. Never seen that. So it's kind of the fun part of homebrewing. Like, you know, every brew day, something weird's going to happen typically. You're going to try something new. Kind of excited to see how this one turns out. Yeah, the Whirlpool arm does a great job of kind of consolidating all of the hops to the middle. I'm actually in the middle of working on an updated pickup tube that'll kind of come directly down, so it'll stay super tight to the edge. And then that way you can pick up more of the sweet wort without picking up the hop debris in the middle. So you can see the one we have in there now is kind of long, but the one I'm designing is going to be like almost like a 90 and straight down. So it'll work. It works really well. I've tested it, making a few small changes. So we'll have that available sooner than later. We're going to go ahead and, all right. So we got our chill down wort. I think it was like 68, 69 degrees. Perfect. And we're using the White Labs WLP 075 Hansen Ale Yeast Blend. Excited to try this. We're going to do 2 packets, I think. Maybe we should take a gravity reading first, just so we know if we need 2 packets or not. Oh, boys and girls, we're gonna have a boozy guy and gal on our hands. We might be in the triple territory, and it might be 1089, but it's dang close to 1090. We're not too far off, a little higher than anticipated. We were shooting for 1084. So I would say we're right around 1089, 1090. And I think that's probably just due to the fact that maybe our boil was just a little bit too aggressive. We also squeezed a grain basket. I don't know why I'm making excuses for having better efficiency. But that's pretty solid efficiency for a 20-pound grain bill and a brew in a bag system. So let's see if we're short on volume. We have our 5-gallon level mark. So we just did some math by putting our fingers to where it's cold. And I figured out where we made our efficiencies up. So we hit 1090, we were shooting for 1084. I think our boil was just a little bit higher than I usually do. It's gonna be nice and hoppy, and we'll just have a little bit less, not a whole lot less. We got a little bit over 5 gallons in the keg. So after fermentation, we'll probably have like that, probably like almost 4.75 gallons to drink. 1090, get out of town. People are gonna be getting drunk on this. So yeah, we're definitely gonna be using 2 packets of yeast now that we know we're sitting at 1090. And I always like to sanitize my yeast packets. And these are the updated Pure Pitch White Labs. I'm sure everybody's seen them by now, but the old style used to have to cut with scissors. These are kind of nice because you literally, I'm gonna shake it though. You just pop the top and you just literally pour it right out. So, all right, so that's 1 packet, and then we'll add another. I might give this one a little, it was a little clumpy, so I'm just gonna give it the old one of these. Yeah, we'll shake. And 1090, I don't know, we might be pushing our luck with 2, but we'll hit it with a good dose of oxygen when Kyle gets back with the oxygen. Should we throw a 3rd in? Should I phone a friend?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm phoning a friend right now.
Yeah, what's up?
Our starting gravity is 1090. Do you want to do 2 packs or 3 packs of yeast?
I thought yesterday you said 2 packs would be good. Is the gravity higher than we thought it was going to be?
Yeah, we were shooting for 1084 and we hit 1090. I just wanted.
Not too far off.
No.
I mean, you could do the White Labs pitch calculator on their website.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right, then.
Cool. I just wanted to phone a friend. Thought it'd be fun.
All right, back to my murder mystery podcast that I'm listening to while I'm driving.
Perfect. All right, man. Thanks. Later.
Yeah.
So Kyle said to pull up a calculator. Calculator. Yeah, we're gonna do 5 gallons Fahrenheit, 70 degrees. Can we do gravity? Yes. 1090. It's saying 2 pouches. All right, we're doing 2. We got 2 in there. And then this is obviously all been sitting in starsan, so it's nice and clean. Give this one more little dose. Cool. And now I'm gonna go ahead and put our tri-clamp on. We got our little mark lined up with the lid there. Slide it over. And then you grab the special tool and just snug it down, easy peasy. All right, and then we're gonna take the top cap off because we're gonna put the spunning valve on, and we're not gonna put it under any pressure. So, and what we're gonna do is pop off this little cap, and we're gonna pop on our spunning valve. And then same thing, just put it on, snug it up by hand, crank it up by hand. All right, and then the final step is to screw in the pressure relief valve. All right, so then you got your PRV back installed with your special tool. And then we're gonna set this to no pressure, right, Kyle?
Yeah.
0 right there.
Got the oxygen tank replacement. So you want this at the very low PSI.
Like 100.
In my opinion, yeah, like 100. I'm gonna put the gas ball lock fitting on the liquid outpost because I want the oxygen to go down and bubble up. And it's probably gonna blast out of that. So get ready. Dude.
What PSIs you have that at?
Sorry, Libby.
No, I don't care.
The gauge goes from 0 to 150, so it's like you can't have it, you can't put it.
There's no in between.
Yeah.
We need to get a little.
I should have held it up and then put it on. So.
We need to get a little.
Pro tip, don't do it that way. Yeah, generally it's the best to actually like put some gas in it and then like let it release before you put your sanitizer solution.
And what's that ball at the top do for those
You can
uninformed?
pull this up,
Yeah.
and it will let the pressure release.
But it doesn't make as fun of a video.
It doesn't make the video as fun if you do it correctly.
But it helps you clean your floors.
Yeah, exactly. We clean the floors. So this is very low pressure. It's like 5 PSI or something like that. And then we'll leave this run for 90 seconds. So when Emmett called earlier, it was like the big reveal in my murder mystery podcast. I was like, God damn it, who's calling me right now?
Who did it?
It was a love triangle, you know, jealousy,
Yeah.
rage murder. Jealous rage murder, love triangle. Release the pressure. Or did I actually, no, we don't, oh, okay. Now I'm an idiot. All I need to do is that.
You're at 0.4.
What do we want it at?
0.2.
You had it at 2?
Between 0 and 0.2 maybe.
Yeah, that's it, just in time. I'm gonna go to the gym, so
I'm gonna eat some lunch.
have fun with this mess.
Yeah, it'll be here when you get back, don't you worry. It's
We really did it this time.
20 pounds of grain. 9 ounces of hops.
Emmett just blue screened.
I was trying to count. I think we did 3, 2, 2, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 ounces of hops, 20 pounds of grain, a little lactobacillus during the mash, overnight mash,
Yep.
Whirlpool arm.
Yeah, 2 packages of Hansen yeast. This, by the way, is White Labs Fermentation Society yeast release, so check that out. We'll link it below.
Yeah, their society is cool. Definitely join.
Yeah, and I guess we should fast forward to the tasting with a Time Warp high five. And we're back.
All right.
Time Warp. So tasting, the beer is done. We have a keg of it. I'm gonna take it around the back here. Double IPA. So 2 tasks we have to do here. 1, taste the beer.
Okay.
And 2, measure the gravity to figure out how strong it is.
Okay.
You know what? Should we just measure the gravity first?
Just do a final gravity, yeah.
Just so we know what we're getting ourselves into.
And it started at 1090?
Yes, 1090. We're gonna be on the high end of the scale, if not into triple. Whoa, dude.
Where are we at?
This is gonna be so strong.
We below.
It's 1010.
1010?
1010.
So 1090
That's-
to 1010.
Yeah.
I think we're.
Wow.
1090 is over double the original gravity. So it's gonna be boozy.
The only other time we've ever made a double IPA video, we screwed it up.
Yep.
And we forgot to add the sugar,
Yep.
the DME or something we were gonna
I
add.
think we're just gonna add, like corn sugar or something.
Yeah, so we didn't add it. and we ended up only making like a 1.5. It wasn't quite a double.
Right.
Now, a double IPA is 7 to 10%
Yeah.
ABV. This is 10.5, so we're technically in triple territory. So
Yeah, I don't know.
this is the second time we have not made a double IPA.
The elusive double.
Yeah.
It's probably because it's like I don't drink doubles. I don't brew doubles.
Yeah.
I don't drink triples.
Yeah.
We were trying to max out the grain basket at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm excited though.
Okay, cool.
10.5%. Okay. So remember, this is gonna be boozy.
It's gonna be boozy, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so the other thing is I might have overcarbed it a little bit.
I'd rather have that than under, honestly.
Yeah, true, me too.
On an IPA.
So that's why I'm pouring it so slow, but
I don't know if I need a full pint of a 10.5, but I'll take it if
you know
you're
what, let's
offering.
just pour it so we know what it looks like.
Slow pour.
Slow pour.
The overcarbonated slow pour.
Yeah, and I'm going to use this weird glass that we've got like a while back. It's
Double wall?
like double wall pint glass. Give that another whirl. Yeah, I could tell just doing the pour shot for this. Mm-hmm. That was really like the aroma was.
It's intense. It's nice.
Intense, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty too.
The hops were not fresh. They've been in our freezer for a while, so
We just
like
got
the
it was
amount-
end of the year cleaner freeze out.
Yeah,
hops.
so like we're getting a ton of, you know, the amount of aroma here is
pretty wild.
It's not lacking at all in aroma.
we went
That's
pretty
nice.
heavy. Yeah, we went pretty heavy on that
Yeah.
addition. I can't remember, but there's some ounces put in.
Yeah.
People remember they saw it 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. So I don't want to speak for Emmett, so I'll speak for myself. I do not like double IPAs.
No, it's not my favorite.
Yeah, and I was gonna.
I don't like
that's what you'd
IPAs,
say.
which I think
Yeah.
everybody already knows. So.
Yeah, so like double of what you don't like.
Right.
So my hopes are not super high for actually.
I do like alcohol though, so
Yeah.
we got plenty of that.
Yeah. So maybe I don't know. Maybe
Maybe I'll outweigh
it
it.
could all come out in the wash. All right. Cheers.
Definitely got the booze.
Yeah, it's strong.
It's a little hot.
Yeah.
Not unpleasant, but you could taste the booze.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is one of those that once you drink one, you're feeling really good, and you pour.
Oh yeah,
another
then
one,
you're just like, oh, you know what? I
This
do
tastes
like.
great, yeah.
I do like double IPAs. I think for a double IPA, it tastes pretty good to me. It's clean. There's nothing wrong with it. There's lots of hops, lots of malt. It's pretty well balanced.
Has
It's-
nice
the
bitterness.
smells great. Yeah, it's got a lot of bitterness, but I just don't like how sweet. Even though it went from 1090 all the way down to 1010, it still has like too much. I don't know, man. It's just too much for me. Too much. I think if you like double IPAs and you brew this, you're gonna love it.
I mean, it's nice if it's your style.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have a double IPA, me personally, I'd rather have it without like crystal or something else in there, giving it that residual sweetness.
Oh, got it.
Comes across a little drier, less cloying than
Yeah.
like maybe a traditional double
Got it.
would
And
be.
there's crystal on this one.
No.
Oh, there's not. Okay.
That's why I like it a little bit more. It's a
Okay,
little
got
bit
it.
crisper, a little bit
Yeah.
cleaner.
It's too sweet for me. Too much for
It's
me.
still 10-10 though.
Yeah.
So
I'm a sensitive man. I'm a delicate flower. It's just too much for me.
yeah, I mean, I'll probably finish it. But I will never like go to a bar and order a double IPA.
You know what I think we should do is we should have somebody try this who likes double IPAs.
Yeah, that'd probably be the
Yeah.
move. And we finally have someone that drinks double IPAs.
Are you gonna keep your headphones on?
Finally have.
Yeah, she's.
We finally have an employee that likes IPAs in general.
All right. That's really good.
It gets the Libby seal of approval.
You got 5 gallons of it. Enjoy
We'll
it.
take the whole keg home. Let's go.
All right. Well, good work, team. You did it.
2024.
That's my signature. Mini rock and roll.